I'm able to like speak to Burna Boy, like try to like hold my message to him, right? Like I'll say, ODG, I think you're born out. I think you stretched yourself thin across 8 years. It's not easy for anyone to go that hard. I think reevaluate your stance and just accept some assistance. Let worthy talents, let them pen some things for you.
Yeah, what's good, Adeayo?
I'm good, my brother. What's up, nice? How you doing?
I'm okay.
It's good to see you. Good to see you.
You too. Yeah, today we're talking about Burna Boy. He has had an amazing run over the last 10 years.
ODG.
Yeah. So would you say that Burna Boy has had the greatest run in Afrobeat?
Easily the greatest commercial run in the history of Nigerian mainstream pop music. Outside came out January 2018. Yeah. And the song blew up a couple of weeks later after people were searching for, what happened now? People were searching for Kanye drop an album, an EP called Ye, and people were searching for the EP, and they stumbled on Burna Boy's Ye. Yeah. And the rest, as they say, is history. Since then, Burna Boy has been on a breathless run. No breaks. If he's not dropping albums on the road, the man has not taken no breaks. And within that period, he's dropped 4 of his best albums.
True.
4 of his own personal best album. Inside those 4 albums that he dropped, at least 2 are easily among the top 20, actually top 10. Fuck the top 20. Top 10 greatest Nigerian albums since 1999. Easily African Giant and Twice a Stop. And for me, one of them is number 1. I won't say which. So you start. So I mean, what he's done is this is a man that since January 2018 he has been breathless. 2019, like he dropped an album 2018. The next year, do you understand how crazy it is? 2018 dropped Outside. 2019, like it blew up. 2018, 2019 it was big. He had to show that, okay, now this is my time. I'm the talent that people didn't understand. People didn't get it. I was being discredited. I wasn't given a chance. That was his own mindset. That was his motivation. And when he blew up, when he had his chance, he grabbed it with both hands, dropped African Giants to mark the moment, to tell you, okay, I'm here now. I'm going for everything. Like, fuck it, I'm coming for everything. African Giant blew up, got the Grammy nomination, didn't win it. The next year, just like back to back, 3 albums in 3 years, all fucking good. 2020, Twice a Stop. You guys didn't give me the Grammy. Okay, let me give you guys what you guys need. Drop one of the best albums I've ever had. Not just in Nigeria, not just in Africa. Since I've been listening to music, one of the best albums I've ever had. Twice a Stop. Dropped it 2020. So it took a break. 2021, went on tour, did everything. 2022 dropped Love Tamini. 2023, I think it dropped back to back. 2022 Love the Mini. 2023, I told them, you start like 4 albums. That's 4 albums in 5 years. It's crazy. Took a break last year and he was still on tour last year. For the better part of last year, he was on tour. Not until December that he came, came to Nigeria and just making sure nobody rests, just buying cars every other day. You sound like just chilling, going clubbing and everything. So this is a man that's been on the road, going on tour, dropping album back to back. If he's going to drop, no signs of weakness, he's dropping this year. Possibly the coming months, right? That's going to be his 5th album in 7 years. 5 albums, 7 years. That's more or less 1 album every other year, and that's 2 years to rest in 7 years. And for an artist who's always on tour, that's crazy. So yeah, that's the greatest. Like, back to the question, that's the greatest run. Look at what he's been able to accomplish within that time frame. Burna Boy before 2018 was Burna Boy. We knew, like, everyone who cared about music to an extent knew when it comes to talent, there's nobody. He's super good. It was commercially successful. Not at the level he could have gotten to. Not at the level he would have wanted to be. Not at the level his potential could have gotten to. But he was successful. Burna Boy was popular. Across the country, he was popular. I grew up in the North. I've been listening to Burna Boy since Like to Party. Since Like to Party, I've been listening to Burna Boy. So I can remember when he dropped his album, Spaceship, right? On the Spaceship, he went for one show. I watched that show on DSTV. He went for one program that about cars, talking about cars with a particular guy like that. I've forgotten his name, and he was talking about the cars he owned, and talking about he owned He was the Ferrari convertible, and they were asking him, "Has he giving you any problem?" I was like, "No problem." I think he was wearing the white on white. I can't remember. I'm not sure. But and what? 'Cause I loved him then. I really loved Burna Boy like from the start. I'm not trying to sound like a fan or anything, like a stan or anything. But so he carried the CDs. And he just shared it to people in the audience. I like go listening, just like, but people knew him already. People knew Burna Boy as a superstar by then. He was big. I mean, he had mega hit singles already there, but at the same time, he's not gotten to the level, he could get to. So again, 2018 happened for him. Changed everything. And since then, look at what he's done. He's been the number one protagonist in African music. The number one. He's won it all. He's broken all the records, erected new ones in their state. That's the greatest commercial run. That's the greatest commercial. No one. I mean, who can match it? Like, it's run from 2018 till date. Which person in the Nigerian music has had that run with the same level of impact, won all those things, deliver all those hits, deliver all those classic albums? I don't think there's anyone. So yeah, I do think like without a shadow of doubt that's the greatest commercial run we've seen in history, far from it.
All right. So you said he has had a very great commercial run, but then is fatigue a logical consequence of this run?
Absolutely. I mean, even for footballers, right? You start playing early. Start playing at, let's say you break into the first team at 17, 18, and you became a regular. Like you're clocking in 25 appearances, 30 appearances across the season. But by the time you're 26, 27, your legs would have been telling you burnout would happen. Sterling, Jack Wilshere. We've seen this time and time again. Youngsters, Rodwell, take world beaters that they couldn't keep the momentum going, right? So again, when someone has been delivering at high intensity for a long time, fatigue is bound to happen. For Burna Boy, this is someone who's delivered, again, 4 albums in 5 years. 4 albums in 5 years. And across the album, 8 singles every year, winning an award, going on tour, record-breaking tours across the world, flying Africa's flag, record-breaking tours. And, for an artist who goes on tour a lot and who likes to put an album, it's not easy to record. Because you have to find time to write songs, to record songs and everything. And this is also an artist who don't like to use writers. He likes to do everything himself, write his song himself, write his lyrics himself, deliver himself. So that's very demanding. And if you look at the level he has been operating across these years, he's been operating at a very high level. Like music-wise, talent-wise, performance-wise, branding-wise, he has been operating at the highest level you can expect from any star. You understand? And that is like everybody who works with him, all his associates, they have to work and operate at that level. That's a very demanding level. Like, that's a very demanding level. That's like C. Ronaldo level, like, of intensity. You understand? And you understand why someone like C. Ronaldo is a workaholic. Get to the field early, first to get to the field, last to leave the field. You understand? Like, there's a lot of intensity. And intensity can be draining. It can be draining. So, I mean, Namix, Mrs. Ogulu, she said he's a workaholic. He's a workaholic. He's always working and everything. So, and when you work that hard consistently for 7 years, bro, you get tired at some point. Especially when you've now done everything you want to do. When you're setting goals, you're setting standards, there are hurdles. You pass the first hurdle, 3 more steps, you pass it. 10 more steps, you surpass it. 20 more steps, 50 more steps, you're surpassing it. You surpass everything that is logically achievable for someone that's coming from where you're coming from. Everything that an African can possibly think of, imagine anything an African artist can possibly imagine to achieve, you've achieved it. You start. So after that, you catch your breath, like, okay, we did it. You understand? So yeah, I think fatigue is a logical consequence of the type of run Burna Boy has had. Yeah.
So to what extent did having an opposition serve as a motivation for Burna Boy?
I mean, since Burna Boy has been his early days, I think I'm old enough to know his early days. I'm old enough to know Burna Boy is not that older than me. So I think maybe 2 years at max, 3 years, 4 years. Anyways, so his early days, Burna Boy, he's the super talented kid, the super talented guy that just that had his demons and people didn't know if he's going to surpass it or not.
Yeah.
They kind of keeping demons in check. Can he keep the demons in check? Can he hold it together? Can he keep it together and let the talent shine and get to the level he's going to get to? I think he had that kind of like issues, this and that. And he's a troubled soul. I feel like maybe you don't have that level of genius in you without having a part of a dark side to it. It's about how you manage it. I feel in his early days, he didn't manage it quite well. Right. And although he was able to turn it around. So he's always had that kind of opposition. And that opposition is one of the things that spurred him on. Beefing Davido was a motivation for him. Like having that beef, I feel like it contributed to, he's like a Michael Jordan that comes up with enemies in his own head. It's like you have they're playing a game and Jordan will go, this guy said this guy said something about me that belittles me, and that's going to be in his head as a motivation to stick it to that nigga, to kill him. And that's something that didn't happen. He just manufactured it in his brain as an extra motivation, an extra fuel. That's kind of where I see Burna Boy. And I feel like for his genius, he needed an extra motivation. So at every point in his career, he kept finding extra motivations. Early on, the guy that was discredited, the industry didn't give me a chance. The industry didn't give me a lot. They give a lot to even artists that were less talented than I was. And that was the most talented, I didn't get enough. That was a motivation. Keep going. Is Outside, for example, now. Outside was kind of like an album from someone that, like, part of the album reflects someone who was looking at the industry from a different perspective. Like, it was somewhere else just looking in. Like, it doesn't feel like he was in the midst. Just that. He had his own people. He was a star, but it didn't feel like he was accepted. So he was an outsider, so to say. Like, if you like songs like Devil in California, songs like Outside itself, like, talks about how, fighting these demons, not just being one of them. At the same time, he was just trying to feel like a normal person, like an average guy, making music the average person can connect to. Songs like the Port Harcourt, the song like Pays Tribute to Port Harcourt, just songs like that, right? So that was a motivation for him. Like songs like Ye, the songs that talk about the yearnings of an average man. I know one die. I know one, like you start like. So he was just like channeling that, like just letting you know, okay, I see it from the average man's perspective, and at the same time, I don't think you guys see it from my perspective. You guys don't see it like I'm just a guy also trying to just make it, and I have my own demons. I'm trying, and I'm not being accepted enough. So that's motivation. When he blew up, African Giant happened. And like he became the African Giant, and he wanted to show you guys, okay, I'm big. Like, I'm coming for it all. I'm the guy that you guys didn't give a chance. And now I have my chance. I'm grabbing in both hands and I'm coming for everything. And that's what he did on African Giant. He came for every fucking thing. Bangers. That album is that, I think, 2 songs that have gone diamond in France. I think On The Low, I think Burna. I think anybody's platinum is crazy. This album has Dangote. The album has Omotola. The album has one of my top 5 best Burna Boy performance, like on the song. Different, different with Damian Marley and Adeayo. Guy, what he did on that song, do you know how much of a gifted writer and the kind of superlative delivery Damian Marley has? Do you know what it takes for someone to go head to head with him?
Damian,
bro. So that album, he was like, I'm coming for everything, and that's what he did. He came for everything. That was an extra motivation. I want to show you guys that I'm a superstar and I can deliver a superstar album. You understand? He did it. Motivation. God Grammy nomination, no Grammy nomination. God Grammy nomination, no Grammy win.
No Grammy.
Oh, that's what's up. The Grammy had me feeling like I'm fucked up. The Grammy had me feel like I'm not enough. He locked in, dropped his best album. Like, as far as I'm concerned, his best album. One of the best albums I've ever had, Treasure Store. Just now, like, how, like, that was the motivation. Let me give you guys something. African Giant, too commercial, too pop. Too commercial, too popular for you guys. Okay, let me give you an album that is very good, very enjoyable, commercially enough for me to tour with, commercially enough for me to get good streams with, but still critically acclaimed that you guys need. And he locked in, and he delivered the madness. You understand what I'm saying? Opposition, motivation. Drawing motivation from challenges, ups, detractors. You understand, right? During that period before Twice as Tall dropped, this when he had the issue with Davido blew up a bit. Davido dropped Fame. You know, you usually say floppy disks, if you drop fame, I was going on the song, it was on Twice as Still, was dropping subliminals. Talking like compare, like I feel like you understand that it's a bit like Michael Jordan. That's why he was singing like this music. I feel like Abby Jordan because like it draws motivation from adversaries. You understand? So and he was saying fucking good time stuff like that. You understand? Like that's motivation. Motivation, opposition, like leading to motivation. What was the story? He won the Grammy. Now he needed something to keep channeling him. Like Love That Mini, people say okay, fatigue was beginning to show up, but bro, that's one of my most enjoyable album. I love that album. Every year I tweet that this is my annual reminder that Love That Mini is this and that, this and that. Like, bro, I love that album. Bro, that's Pasuma level bedu. You understand? So now for Love That Mini, motivation, right? Like he felt okay, I've won the Grammy. I'm a global star now. He had to make an album that reflects that global stardom, that he wants to be able to put some distance among him and his peers. Just like, okay, I don't want Grammy, like, okay, that's a distance, but I want, like, commercially, he wanted to put some distance, like, get it records that people in his contemporaries, his peers might not be able to get. And he did that. Last.
Yeah, massive.
This thing, For My Hand, with Ed Sheeran. Yeah, the song had Vanilla. The song had The Clock, and we love like proper crazy big hits, right? You understand? So, and that's his most streamed album. That's his most streamed album. So that's so like motivation, right? I want to put daylight. I want to put up some distance between me and these niggas. I want to show them that commercially, like he dropped a critical acclaim album, which was a store. Then he said, let me take a commercial turn and let me drop a commercial huge album, and they locked in and he dropped Love That Mini, right? So motivation. Then I think like some people say, oh yeah, fatigue was setting in. He's tired. Like 4 albums in 5 years. Well, it's understandable if he's tired. But I say, okay, I still have one more. There's one more in me. It's crazy. It's 4 albums in 5 years. 4 albums, 5. And he said, okay, let's do 5 and 6. Then Twice I stopped. And what motivated, like, just a story, I didn't quite enjoy it. I didn't feel he offered the best of both worlds. He was rapping the album leaned towards hip hop for the large extent, and also straddled Afrobeat. But on hip hop side, I've seen Burna Boy deliver hip hop type of like music before, and I know what he could do what he can do on the songs. I mean, from live, from songs like One Damo. With the bunch, you know when this man locks in, when he wants to flow, like you're in trouble. Like on link up with Fino and MI. It was running circles around them. It was running circles. They're lucky they didn't give me a verse. If they give me a verse, okay, bro, they would have been in serious trouble. You understand? So Heaven's Gate, bro, that's one of the greatest performances I've ever seen. So. I didn't feel like he was locking into rap. He was more of that album, and the motivation was, okay, I'm the guy that you guys think isn't shit. I'm the guy you guys think wouldn't make it. I'm the guy you guys discredited. You guys didn't give a chance. Now I make it, and I'm gonna rub it in your face. I told you so. He believed that there was just shot the Friday, like around like against him, like Nigeria's clotted at Spain, and before that album dropped, he had that club issue when they say this and that. So all those things like extra 4 for him. Album had its own needs, City Boy, on Form, you understand? And it's. I think the album has aged well. I don't think it doesn't rank very high in my list of is great album, but it's aged well. It's formed part of his repertoire when he's going on tour. Some songs on the album has aged well. I told them the album has aged well, like On Form, Tested, Approved, and Trusted, City Boy, Giza, those songs, they've aged well. I don't like Thanks. I cannot stand that song. Maybe because he's this motherfucking Thanks that I get. That's not his motivation. Like, what do you want? Let's go out let's prostrate so you walk around our head or something. So, yeah, but I mean, he had that album was sitting on top of the world now. Yeah. Yes, sitting on top of the world. Got the Grammy nomination for Best Melodic Rap Performance. Yeah. So the album has aged well. That's aged well. So, and I feel like it drew motivation from that. I want to rub it in your faces. I want to stick it to you niggas that I made it. And it got motivation. So now, What's left to do is check all the boxes. And it feels like there's no extra no extra motivation. Possibly, that's why I feel like he was in search for that motivation. I'm not in his head. I cannot say categorically, but if I'm going to make my assumptions, I'm like, when he was fighting, when he was taking up the issue on social media with Cubana Chief Priest, I was like, what's happening now? Like, when this one, like, did you just wake up and realize that, okay, I don't think I like this nigga. Let me start fighting him now. Like, what's happening? Like, so I feel like he wanted to be in that headspace where he wanted to be angry about something, about someone. He needed to prove something to someone, and he just couldn't find the right person. There's no, like, bro, you've won. You've put daylight among you and your peers. You've won everything that there is to win for an artist. You've broken touring records for an African artist. Talent-wise, nobody's like, I don't think anyone has ever had questions about your talent in terms of how huge it is. But if at all anyone or people had doubts that, okay, is he the most talented? Bro, it's beyond reasonable doubt now, beyond any iota of doubt that he is, and he's just like at the level he plays in as far as Nigerian mainstream pop music goes. There's just only one person I could say they could sit side by side and talk about talent and range, and that's Tubaba. You understand? So he's done it all. He's won it all. He's seen it all. He's gone on tour. He's selling out stadiums. So now what else? What's the extra motivation? And that's the issue for an artist. You need to find that extra four. Especially when your brand of music from the start isn't about being braggy. Isn't about being necessarily braggy. And even when you create, your creative juice comes from, like, your motivation. What flows your creative juices comes from adversity. So when there's no passive adversity, you need to find that extra motivation. And I feel like it's missing. I feel like that X factor is missing. And so that's what opposition has done. And it's not just a Burna Boy thing alone. Let's look at the career of Wizkid and Davido. They've both benefited from that beef. You know, it's extra for them. That competition is sport. It's hip hop. It's where hip hop like have influences over, like in Afrobeat, like hip hop's heavy influence in Afrobeat. That competition, even if it's not acknowledged publicly, there's that silent competition people get into, and it makes them, this guy gets a number one song, I'm getting my number one song, you get a number one album, I want the same, you going on tour, I want to tour the same venues, I want to tour a bigger venue, and you need to push, you need to go harder. You understand? So that's it. So I feel that adversity, the fact that he's at different point in his career, he's picked up adversity, he's had adversity with different people, either it's Nigerians, either it's 001, it's the Grammys, trying to win the Grammys, he's trying to prove himself, assert himself. He's always had a strong motivation, and I feel like he's just run out of things he's just run out of adversities, and now it's a victory lap, and he just doesn't carry the X factor. Yeah.
All right. So for his next album, he has dropped 2 lead singles so far.
Yeah, theory if we count Aya, but just recently 2, yeah.
So there's updates, there's bundle by bundle.
Yeah.
So, but does this single, does this suggest creative exhaustion?
I think so. Some people will not agree because they enjoy the single. They like the single. I mean, Burna Boy will not drop a song that is objectively mid. We just got used to a level. We just gotten used to a level of his artistry that we kind of like expect. Like with Burna Boy, you expect 90 to 99%. That's what you expect. When you get 75, 78, 87, you're like, oh. Well, for another artist, if the artist gives you 75, you're good. Like, let's get it. We're good. Thank you very much. Thanks for copying. Let's wrap it up. But Burna Boy, you need, it's been on that 99 to 90 to 99, 90 to 100 for 7 years now. So when you're getting 80, 85, you just be like, oh, what's happening? Bundle by bundle, I kind of like feels like it sounds like something like a remake of a song like Kilometer, produced by Chopsticks. So the beat is really vibrant, like pulsating, keeps like it gets you going. The beat is heavy. Like if you're driving and you're playing that song, like the beat is really heavy. But what Burna Boy is saying, how you say it, it's just like kind of conviction. It just feels like, okay, let me just do it. Like, just feel like, I don't know, there's that X factor is missing. For Burna Boy, when you listen to Burna Boy, the elements that shines like when you listen to a song, the elements that shine that are central on him, like the central figure around the element, like the lyrics, the delivery, the pockets, the melodies, like you don't expect it. Like the way it just flips, the things he does on songs. This so you first of all you hear it, motive, so the next song you hear it, you hear a song like Whiskey, you hear a song like Vanilla. It's not like the way it flips, the way it finds pocket across songs, the way he can like just, it's not like this, it's just the way he flips around music, the way even on the song, his delivery is vibrant, his writing is dynamic. Just now, he's writing in Yoruba, he's writing in Pidgin, mixing with English, giving you like top level across every language he's using and combining. He's the king of fusion now, and he's able to do all these things. Like, it's for these last two songs, they're just kind of missing. And the most memorable part of the music is the production, which for an artist like Burna Boy is a given. It just doesn't move me as much. It's not just Burna Boy, any artist with the resources, Nigerian artists, Nigerian A-list, B-list, even C-list artists have now. I'm not going to be blown away by your production, except of course the production is brilliant on its own. Like the production of Longo Boy, I think it's brilliant. The delivery, the writing, the melodies, totally different conversation. Not for me. I didn't enjoy it. But the production, what P Prime, what Saz did on that song, on that album, brilliant. I'm blown away. Same thing with Whiskey's Morayo. What P2J did on that with that production, this is one of the best production I've seen from Nigerian project. One of the best production I've seen from Nigerian project. It's so good, it's so clean. Like the elements, like that song with Anais Kado. Oh, that production, oh, fuck me, man, crazy. So like production is now like, it's like a given, like you big. Like you guys are using equipment that are worth $50,000 of like producers that are playing at the top of the game. Of course, production will be dope. But can you match it though? Can you match it? Or does production have to carry everything? Are we getting an instrumental albums with some unmemorable vocals on it? So that's what's looking like. Body by body, tells kill the production. Really, like that's why I like when I'm driving, I like to play a song. If I'm doing other things, I don't enjoy the song. But if I'm driving, like I like to play the song because this really, like something with Rema's album, like this way the beat goes, like the productions are really good. They carried it, but the music, the writing and stuff for Bond by Bond, the delivery, the writing, it just doesn't hit the level you expect from Burna Boy. It's just like in a loop now. It's becoming a bit monotonous. There's no dynamism to his flow again. There's no dynamism to his flow. Same thing on updates. There was the sampling. It started well. To be very honest, I'm not a big fan of that sampling. Not like that. I think Soul to Souls, the classic, Back to Life is a classic. I think it's a classic. I think it's an all-timer, but I just feel like it just sounded a bit, like we need to sample something. I feel like Burna Boy is at a point now where it's just playing side quest. He's doing side quest now, and I feel it's just trying to like make music that with people you wish could have made music with. You understand? Like we're talking about this earlier, and it's sampling music of people. You feel like if I had the chance to make music with them, I would have loved it. I feel that's what endears him to Fela a lot. He loves Fela's artistry. He really admires Fela. And Fela is someone he wish he had made music with. So he's not able to make music with Fela. So he's making music with Fela in absentia. He's taking Fela and adding his own to it occasionally, right? So I feel that's what he did. But I still feel like even within sampling, which is done, I think it's done better than anyone else in this ecosystem.
Yeah, true.
I feel like this is not his best yet. In terms of the sampling, that's just me. I didn't really enjoy it. I feel like the song could have done without it. Look at the sampling of sitting on top of the world. But this Jeremy sample, fantastic. The one with Johnny Braxton on last, fantastic. Like he had a couple of parts of great sampling, but this one, I don't know, it just sounds off. So it just doesn't sit well it just doesn't sit well with the music. I like the fusion though. I like the production. Again, I said the production carried. I like the production was giving you that soul music, 80s American soul music vibe. Giving you, if you listen to Michael Jackson Thriller, the way the drums go, that's the way the drums kind of sounding in this one. But sometimes this one kind of carries this African folk element, like that wonderful kind of this kind of drums, the drums you hear maybe a soundtrack or Tears by Moonlight or something. So the production are the most memorable, and it's not just the production are most memorable. When production is good, you want the artist to
match
it to an extent. It did it. How did you score? I was reading his comment. I think it was a conversation with Dunsi, and he was saying P2G dribbled 10 people and just passed the ball to Burna Boy in front of an empty net, and Burna Boy tapped it. I think it's true, but the Jemaniga, like, when someone taps into an empty net, that's not a brilliant goal. Oh, you guys would agree. It's not going to get nominated for goal of the month or goal of the week, actually. You tapped into an empty net. What will be nominated is the play of the week. The person that dribbled 10 people to lay the ball for you on empty net. Tapping into an empty net is the easiest goal a player can possibly ever score. Doesn't demand much from you. So yeah, possibly Burna Boy didn't raise his level. He just didn't match the level PTG operated at, like production wise. And this like becoming story in Afrobeat. Like a producer are giving you crazy things and artists are not matching it. Or the vision, like producers are not bringing out the best in artists, which I still think is the issue. Lungu Boy, the production doesn't flatter Shake. The production flatter the producers. It showed that they are operating at a different level. But for Shake, it just didn't bring out the vibrancy in him that I would like to see. Back to ODG, right? So yeah, the song updates, his flow, his writing, they're not dynamic, they don't shine, they're not like impressive. They're not like impressive. So the production is the most impressive. Yeah. So it just suggests when you look at Bond by Bond, you look at the update. Even if you go back and look at Aya is a good song. I like the song. Calm, cool, pass a message, carry the Ashake, She Vibe kind of spirit with it. She Vibe, there's backup vocals produced by Deep. So you understand that it's from the She Vibes territory, but it's still like for the ODG of the last 6 years, it's an album filler at most. It's an album filler at most. But if you drop the 3 songs is dropped for his singles, they're like, okay, what's happening? Let's look at I told them, let's talk about the singles it dropped. It dropped
Big 7.
It dropped Big 7. It dropped City Boy. It dropped Sitting on Top of the World. Bro, look at the level. Love Damini. Last. Massive. You understand? So yeah, these singles I just like look like man, Baba is kind of like tired, Baba is worn out and everything. So yeah, I do think the singles so far leading up to No Signs of Weakness kind of suggest creative exhaustion. Yeah.
So what should we expect from Burna Boy going forward?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. I'm sorry, I'm joking. Yeah. I don't think we should make demands of him. I feel like it's kind of it can be. I know maybe it's hypocritical because I'm known to make demands of artists and this and that. But I feel like what Burna Boy needs is grace. He needs to be allowed to just whatever he gives you, take it. You understand? Take it. Don't make demands. It's not someone that has been giving you 3 back-to-back mid albums. It's been giving you back-to-back proper good albums. So for once, if he's not working hard, if he's in a loop, if he's tired, let him just take it in good faith. Give him grace. Bro, 7 years on the road, dropping album. Outside 2018, African Guy 2019, Twice as Thought 2020, Love Davini 2022. I told them 2023, No Signs of Weakness 2025. What's that? 6 and what? 6 and 7. 6 and 7 years. Bro, you don't try now. Don't try. So, or 6 and 8, I think. So, it's not easy. And going on tour I miss all that. And for someone who write, like, it's not easy having to push yourself. I can, for as far as I know, I don't think there's any artist operating at the level Burna Boy is operating, at the level of this intensity that doesn't use some level of assistant help in terms of even writing.
True.
It's hard. You're on tour. You're making albums. You need to not get those assistants, to not get people, an army of writers putting things together for you. It's not easy. So I feel like it's at the point where people just need to. I just feel like we just need to accept whatever it gives out and enjoy it for what it's worth. I feel like it's a victory lap. No Signs of Weakness trying to tell you that, okay, I'm still here. Don't get it twisted. I'm still here. Like, I'm not going anywhere. There's no signs of weakness. But I feel like that might now kind of like might be when the music doesn't now level up to, okay, I'm still the boss. I'm still the baddest. I'm still number one. Like when the music is just feel like, Papa, you kind of like tired. You need to take a breather. Like it might now start looking kind of like, man, it might start affecting perception and everything. But at the same time, I feel like this is an artist that's done it all in 8 years, and it's just like whatever it gives, whatever I put out, you need to accept. Just listen to, and from what I've heard, people who've had the album, they said it's really good, and you understand, like you cannot drop. Burna Boy won't drop a mid album. Worst case, I'm sure it's worst case scenario for a Burna Boy album, you get 70 or 100. Worst case scenario, at least from 2018 to date, you get 70 or 100, right? So if we get 70 or 100 this time, or 75 or 100, let's just take it. Let's not go looking for, let's not complain that he didn't give us 95, something like that. I think he deserves that grace, right? That's my message to consumers, my fellow Nigerians, my fellow earth dwellers, fellow music consumers, you understand? So just extend grace to the man. He deserves it. He deserves it. He's earned it. And for Burna Boy, what would I say to Burna Boy? If I'm able to like speak to Burna Boy, like try to like, what would my message to him, right? Like, on this whole creative exhaustion, I'll say, OTG, I think you burn out. I think you stretched yourself thin across 8 years. It's not easy for anyone to go that hard. It's just not easy. And I think you should reevaluate your stance. I put a tweet out on this. I think reevaluate your stance and just accept some assistance. Let worthy talents, let them pen some things for you. Let them put you on some new vibes. You understand? Just let them write for you. I understand that he's a man that doesn't need help, because with you on right, we know if you write, you sabi pass on your talent, you can own. But at some point, even the most talented need some bit of assistance. You understand? Like even geniuses need people to just like assist once in a while, right? And it will in no way kind of diminish his status, or is the way we see him is passive. It will in no way diminish his status or the perception that is, at least to me, and I believe to many people in Nigerian music, and even people who see music in Nigeria, his fans and everything, that is maybe the greatest to ever do it, talent-wise. In no way, it's like using writers, it would be in no way diminish that. So I'll say, yeah, I think it's time to just like get a bit of help. Assistant, take a break, take a rest. Let people let people help a bit. Let them come in and pen one or two things for you. So at the end of the day, yeah. So we have to understand that. Wait and see what no signs of weakness hold, because even a tired Burna Boy, right? Even a tired Burna Boy is still Burna Boy. There's still that vibe, that genius that only him can muster. Because this man, the things he can do, no one else can do it. No one else can do what Burna Boy can do. No one else. And that's facts only.